Hello, everyone. Stephen Co. Black says, "Hi, how's everything going?" It's going. Good to see you on here, though. I'm gonna actually move my light so it's like brighter. Yeah, better. As ASF says, "I'm servant for you and you, my queen." Thanks. Tom Smith says, "Hello, my queen. I will obey you and bow down to you." Hello, hello, and welcome. I am just getting my stuff situated. And yes. I don't know why this isn't... Yeah. Okay. Hi, everyone. It's been a while. This has been quite a year. I'm really glad it's spooky season, because it's actually something that I'm looking forward to this year. All right, just have to level my camera. Steven says, "Yeah, it's been ages. Maybe a month or so. I've also live streamed on my second channel, so that's kind of been what I've been up to. So I recently, Steven says, "For me specifically, it's been ages." Yeah. So I recently, is the music too loud? Hold on. Let me lower that just a tad. There we go. I recently injured myself, unfortunately. But somebody sent me a really awesome care package, and I figured that I would showcase it because it's a great example of how to take care of your dog. Mel says, "Good evening, Miss Mara. How are you? Hearts and roses, pink hearts and roses." I'm okay. As I mentioned, I did get injured over the last weekend, which kind of sucks. But I'm on to the road of recovery, and it's not too serious, so that's good. Won't really talk more about it, but Steven says, "I'm sorry that you got injured. I hope it wasn't serious." Yeah, it was an ordeal. But anyway, this is the care package, and I'll start out with the first things that I grabbed out of it, which is glitter bombs, bath bombs, which are really cute. Live, love, sparkle. If there's any sort of motto that we should live by, it's live, love, sparkle. Mel says, "Wishing you a speedy recovery." The bandage tart. Thank you. See, the second thing that I picked up was a vanilla mint sweater weather lip balm, which is really cute. Give your lips a hint of winter wonder with this vanilla mint lip balm. Swipe on for a hint of shine and fresh vibes. It's got vitamin E, and it's nourishing and hydrating. I do need that. I'm peeling actually, so that's not great. Steven says, "I'm just glad to see that you're still alive and still in one piece, mistress." Me too. Okay, did you guys know I learned this from a comedian that 40,000 people die per year in the United States from tripping and falling. That's a lot of people just from tripping and falling. So I really hope that's not me in the future, because I would hate to go out that way. I've never really used these, but it's very handy. Floss picks. They have the toothpick on one end and then like a sharper end, like a toothpick. So there's a tooth space pick, P-I-C-K, and then there's a toothpick side on the end. This is very minty. I've used it a couple times, and this is really nice as well. Steven says, is that what caused your injury? No, thankfully. But it's, my injury was dumb. Mel says, oh, I fell for you and I'm still here, Miss Mara. You guys should, bottle these, what do you call it? Like pickup lines? And sell them to other people who need them. Steven says, I tripped and fell in Colombia, loaded down with a crap of ton of gear. We were doing marching and running drills uphill in the mountains in the summer months, and bear in mind, the summer months south of the equator, it snows, and I slipped on the snow and broke my ankle. Oh my gosh. Yeah, knock on wood. Never broke a bone in my life, but that sounds really painful. Did you continue the hike afterwards, or did you, like, I don't know, stop and head back down? Did you have to be lifted out of there? Did you have to be carried out? That's the thing. It's like it just takes 1 second, and that's what happened with me too. It's like it took 1 second of like not reacting quick enough and being knowledgeable enough at the time of like what to do, and somebody else luckily was there and helped me. My pup was there and helped me, so that was really nice that they reacted so fast, because I think it could have been a lot worse if it was not that. Omega says Arcane Season 2 is coming out winter 2024. Nice. So we gotta wait another 12 to 14 months. I'm fine. I'm waiting for that. Have you seen the animated film? Oh, dang. I forgot. Was it like Nemo or something? Oh man, I don't remember. I watched it like a couple months ago, and it was really cute. Now I can't find it. Let's see. No, it's not called that. Hold on, there's one more place that I can find it. Oh, Nimona. Nimona was really cute. Anders says, my queen, I love you. Hello, welcome to the live stream. Steven says, they put a splint on it and I limped my way through it. Oof. You know, I used to do cross country before, and my fastest 3-mile race was because of a sprained ankle, because I wanted to get off of it really quick. And so that's what I did. I ran really fast to be done with it, so I wasn't going to increase injury on myself. It's a personal record. Omega's asking if I've seen Twin Tails. No, I have not. What's it about? Sarush says, hi lady, I'm your dog, please show toes. Super chat or super sticker me, and I will be happy to do that. Steven says the cartel traffickers won't care if you broke your ankle. If they continue to chase after you up this hill, you will be dead. Put a splint on it and keep moving. I was with a private task force in Colombia, and it was during that when it happened. Our job was armed security and defense against traffickers and dope runners and stuff. Those types don't care about the Geneva Convention or any of that other mumbo jumbo. Yeah. Is Colombia a third world country? Because the Philippines is like that too. That's what they told me at the time. Yeah. Yep. If you've seen Archer, the animated TV mature series, kind of like that too. Okay, so I showed you guys the glitter bombs, the lip balm, and the floss picks. I also have aromatherapy shower fizzies, eucalyptus spearmint. It's kind of like spa. It fills your shower with a wonderful fragrance and a blend of essential oils. And actually, I thought you put this in the water like the bath bomb, but it's actually, you put it on your shower floor or your shelf where it gets wet but not the main water stream, and it fizzes, and that's when the aroma like makes it really nice. Huh, that's really cool. I also got some body lotion called Endless Weekend, as well as some body spray, which is very nice. Yes. Very summery. And last but not least, I got 2 bars of chocolate, because, you know, who doesn't love chocolate when they're recovering? I've got 85% cocoa and caramel with a touch of sea salt, and these are both dark chocolates. So thank you, GM, for the care package. This is a lovely collection of items. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 items wrapped in a box, sent to me this past week. Super grateful. So thank you. AC says, I enjoyed your vlogging videos. I'm learning to Florentine vlog, and it's been difficult doing it on my own. You just have to keep practicing, and like, not just in the air, but make sure that you have a target to hit, because like, that's the whole point of impact toys and implements, is that you have a target. I mean, if you don't want to do targets and you just want to like flow, you can pick up Poi, which is a type of flow prop. I put it in the chat, and it has similar principles on how to go about spinning, basically. So I actually learned flogging first before I got into flow arts, and it translated so easily, and I'm super grateful that both of those things, like, you know, coincide with each other. Steven says, but what caught me off guard about the snow was it wasn't all that cold, but it was still slick. Like, you could just wear a jacket or a shirt and not be freezing in it. Yeah, so I've been to mountains where there was black ice. So it's like ice that is super slippery, that hardens on the ground, and it's really tough to see, which is why it's called black ice, because usually it's like on asphalt or something, and like something concrete. And then there's fresh snow on top of that. My mother actually fell one time, and it was on a slope. Luckily, she just got bruises, but she had a camera in her hand, and that wasn't great because, you know, you're walking and you're hiking and you're trying to look and take photos of stuff, and then, like, all of a sudden, in 1 second, it was too fast to happen that nobody could catch her or spot her or anything. So just be really, 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 really careful. Steven says, in my case, the fracture unfortunately just turned out to be a hairline fracture, thankfully. Nothing that required plates, screws, or surgeries. Yeah. Good job. Tom is asking, why do mistresses ask for gift cards? Because our time isn't free. I'm kind of giving it for free here, but I'm also, like, making sure that all the energy that I'm putting out there is being taken care of as well. So I'm thinking about doing this. I might start live streaming just on Patreon, and then uploading my live streams here to YouTube afterwards. That's something that I've been thinking of for a while now, and it just, like, makes sure that everybody that's on there isn't just going to be trolls or time wasters for me, because I don't need that in my life. So yeah, maybe by next year I will start doing live streams on my Patreon, and, you know, I'll start it at the $5 tier, which is really generous. Omega's asking if I've heard of Ayakashi Triangle. No. You, like, keep asking me if I know these things, but you're not telling me what any of them are. So it'd be nice to get a description as well. The Phantom says, glad to see you're all right. Just saw the notification for the stream. Thank you. Yeah, I just went over all of the stuff that I got in my care package today, or, well, this past week, but I didn't get to go over them until today. And you can replay on this live stream later on to kind of see what are the best things to give, like, your mistress for healing. Steven says, RIP camera, I take it? Actually, no, the camera was okay. Also, which was really lucky. It was like a sheet of thin black ice that she slipped on, so. And the way that she was holding it, like, it did hit the ground, but it was a soft blow, so camera is fine. Steven says, I'm not a troll or a time waster, but I'm sorry if you had too many of those here. No, I know. I appreciate you, Steven. And you've actually sent a super sticker or super chat before. So I remember. Tom says, thank you, my queen, for answering my questions. No problem. But yeah, What have you all been up to lately? Omega says it's an anime about the main character protecting Japan from Ayakashi. What are Ayakashi? Steven says, I just turned 32 on the 9th of August. Saw Motley Crue, Def Leppard, and Alice Cooper live in Columbus the day before. Nice. That sounds like an awesome birthday gift to yourself if you purchase the tickets. I have a music video coming out. It's not my music video. I was a part of a music video, and that's coming out at the end of this month, I believe, before the band goes on tour. So that's really cool. It's a rock band, and it's pretty awesome. I'll be credited in the titles somewhere. So that'll be cool. The Phantom says, planning to potentially head to the Philippines, but I have a bit of a moral dilemma about it due to the reason why I will head over. What's your moral dilemma? And have you been to the Philippines before? Omega's asking, what is my favorite song from KDA? The Baddest. I actually redid the rap part to include my name. Let's see. Let me see if I can pull that up, actually. Because I memorized it, but I'm out of practice. So I'm going to bring that up well, if I can find it. Yeah. Hang on. Steven says, yeah, speaking of that, I'd tip another super sticker like before, just for old time's sake, but I don't want to force you to do anything over strenuous depending on the nature of the injury you suffered. Oh, feet is fine. Yeah. The Phantom says, former girlfriend who I still have a place in my heart for, along with her, heavily implying the same. Oh, I see. Last thing to expect on a chat like this, so I apologize. Haha. No worries. I mean, I'm Filipino, so I just was curious because I want to know. And I also want to know, like, so have you been before, and which part of the Philippines were you going to? I'm going in December, or November. I'm going to see my mom's parents, my grandparents. And then I'm also going to a pearl farm, which is kind of cool. I already have my tickets. It's going to be from November 12th to the 26th, so like 2 weeks. Let's see. Omega says Twin Tails is very similar to Camphor. I don't know what Camphor is. Omega says, do you plan to make more MTF content? I met a trans person that I suspended. If you go on my shorts, Haskell is a cis female to male trans person, and he likes making content, so I'm gonna probably be making content with them soon, which is awesome. So it'll be FTM. The Phantom says not yet, but was heading in the Val. I was initially going last year in December, but tensions rose. Oh yeah, I think, have I been there? I think I have. Cause it's in Mindanao. I can't remember if I went though. Maybe my parents went. But yeah. Steven says, what about a virtual birthday spanking over your knees? Like a POV thing? Would that be too much? Oh no, not at all. That's awesome. Thank you for the super sticker. I'm gonna read this one thing from the Phantom and then I'll reorient this. The Phantom says, I've learned a lot about the culture and it kind of stuck with me. Part of the reason why I subscribed to you, actually. Oh, thanks. Well, I'm glad that my genetics can help with subscription views. All right, I'm going to move all my stuff so that we can properly give you a birthday spanking. Let's try, yeah, you're 32. Okay, so we're gonna do, ooh, how do I move this up? Okay. For some reason now this thing is like not staying. Whoa. Okay. All right, so I have my my legs over here, and this is where you'll be like sitting over my knee. We're gonna take a moment to pause, everyone, and do a quick birthday spanking for Steven. He turned 32 last month, and we're gonna do 32 spankings. So if you guys want to count with me, go for it. I'll pretend like this is your right and this is your left cheek, okay? Because we're not gonna go in the same spot the whole time. That's how I would spank. I would do one on one side and one on the other side. So, all right, ready? Or you could sing happy birthday to him too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, and then 31, which is a drawback, and 32, another drawback. Happy birthday, Steven! Okay. I hope you enjoyed that. And one for extra good luck. Omega says, in Ayakashi Triangle, Ayakashi turns the MC in a woman out of jealousy. Oh, that's why you're asking for MTF. That's your thing. Steven says, thanks, thumbs up, that was good, I'll take it, thank you. The Phantom says, it was more the cultural aspect than the beauty aspect. Well, I suppose I wanted to see if there was different ways you would handle the whole Miss thing. Call it curiosity. Honestly, I don't know if it's a cultural thing. I think for me, like, my sternness and my strictness does come from my mom, but I think it's a mixture of different cultures. But, like, the severity and discipline that I project onto my scenes and sessions are based off of, like, what I experienced as a child. And so, you know, I think that has something to do with it for sure. Mel says, "Oh, so sorry, I have to go. Thank you so much for your lovely live stream, Miss Mara. Good night." Good night. And yeah, it's a thing. Steven says, "Well, that sternness and strictness is good for being a professional dom." Yeah, I mean, yesterday I had a session, but the person liked feet. Go figure. And I spent most of the time, like, or half the time sitting and commanding them to do things. And the other time was like playing a game and standing and hovering over them, and then also just like teasing them with my legs. And so they weren't there for like domination's sake. They were there to experience, you know, what they're into, which is their love for legs and feet. So I was sensual, not strict or firm in that sense. The Phantom says, "I can see that. I've witnessed it myself and my ex's family, very disciplined." Yes and no. I feel like Filipinos can be really disciplined if they're like, you know, educated. I hate to use that word, but if not, they're very island time too. I'm sure you've seen that. Or you're going to experience it. So. Omega says, "In all the anime I've mentioned in the whole stream, the main character turns into a woman." That hasn't happened in any of the ones that I've watched, but I'm not against it. All right. So, I was going to do this. I was going to do the rap part of the KDA song, Baddest. Here's my version. I spit heat, I melt your face off, disappear. I'm your eraser in the cut just like a razor. Murder business, wear my blazer. I got all the boys on me. I got all the lines on ring. Knock 'em dead, turning heads. I got all the eyes on me. I walk in with the pretty face, make 'em wanna taste. Boy, slow down, you're gonna have to wait. Dingle in the bait. You like, whoa, Mara, you the goat. I'm like, yeah, I know. Be prepared, cause I like to ball and no, I won't stop, no. Keep it lit, mega like a bit. I mean like a bite, get it right. No, I do it big. I ain't talking high. I'm legit, you know I leave them dead. Get it tight. I'm a boss, extra with the sauce. Give them what they like. And then the rest of the song. I'm doing damage. I had it open. I had to do it because I actually looked for it. Phantom says, "Even as a foot lover myself, what got me viewing was your more strong yet humble nature. It's something I admire, along with how you take the time to talk to with your viewers." Thanks. Yeah, I know a lot of people in the industry are very much about the money, and like, I try not to make it about that because, first of all, I started this channel as a way that people could learn, right, about this lifestyle without having to ask me the same questions all the time, and also just from my personal perspective, because everybody's experiences are different, but there's a lot of overlap. And so, like, if you're getting into the lifestyle, whether it's professional or not lifestyle, like just, you know, it's tough to say lifestyle because it's like you're living it instead of making profit out of it. I feel like a lot of people probably got into this more so for the money than so for the love of the lifestyle. And then they either grow to love it or they drop off of it. Some people do love the lifestyle and love like what it means to them and what they can give to other people. But for professionals, I feel like there's intention behind it, right? To make a profit off of everything. And I don't blame anyone for doing that. That's kind of what I was focusing on in the beginning. And now, after being in it for 10 years, like, I would just rather build my own community because I know what's out there. I know, you know, being a performer on stage and like seeing people play at parties and stuff like that. I know what I like, and I don't feel like what I am experiencing is what I want to experience out there. So that's why I'm making my own stuff now. I'm making my own munches. I'm making my own events, fem spaces, because I'm not seeing what I want out there. So it's been a different shift for me and a different like goal. I don't know how long I will be, you know, doing that for, but it just adds a new energy and a new passion for life in the lifestyle again, if that makes sense. And also, I really despise people who have a huge ego for things. I don't care how many followers you have, because I've seen Doms who are super popular and can't even hold a damn paddle, which is one of the easiest implements to use, and use it on a person. They're horrible. And like, the people who know will know. Like, when they watch the person play or when they watch this happen, they'll know. Or somebody's gonna end up injured, and that's on them. But ego is something I try to check every single day, because there's always so much more that I can learn. There's always, like with my injury, totally learned lessons from that. And there's just things that I'm never going to be a master at, and like I'll keep working at it, or I'll decide to do something else, and that's okay. I feel like acceptance of that is kind of like the biggest thing in my personality that I translate to in this kink life. So thank you for saying that, and for appreciating that, and for being here and telling me this, because this is the validation that I need for me to be like, yes, this is my road that I'm carving out, and this is where I want to go. Steven says there's probably types like that who, if they were live streaming here on YouTube, they'd probably just skip over our comments if we didn't tip or donate a sticker when we typed what we were saying. Yeah, so like in my case, I'm being very generous in the sense where it's like, I want to engage. I genuinely want to engage with my followers and just check in with them and see what they want to hear next. Like, I listen to feedback and I listen to like what people want out of my channel too, because like, I don't want to just make stuff that I want to make. I'm going to make those things, but I'm also going to make stuff that other people want, because the two will tie in together. However, if it's, you know, a type of, you know, fetish or something like that, that's different. And that one I won't give away for free, because that's where I put my boundary, right? Phantom said, oh, certainly. Considering I work with money for a living, it can get rather repulsive when people are money hungry and use the lifestyle to make a quick buck. Steven says, I'm grateful for the fact that you actually just take the time to chat with us without it being all for money alone and nothing else. Phantom says exactly what Steven says. Thanks, guys. Omega says, that do you think results in people having certain fetishes? I don't know if that's a complete question thought. And yes, I've heard of futa. I'm aware of what it is. Phantom says, of course, credit where it's due is something I believe in. That's why I don't shower you with empty compliments for brownie points. Looks get the interview, but personality gets the job or the subscribe. Thanks. Yeah, there's also somebody, like, I want to keep it a positive light, but I'm also just going to say this out there because it's just been bothering me for the longest time, where I know there's a couple people who do what I do, and every single time I've come out with a new interview with, you know, a different magazine or a different podcast or something like that, they've literally come out with the same people right after me, like a month later. And it's just so infuriating because at the end of the day, it's like, I know I can't stop them, but it's like, I'm doing all the hard work and heavy lifting at first. Well, not really, because I'm getting asked to do it, and so I like put my time and energy into it, and then they just do the same thing right after. And it's just like, I know it's part of the business. I know that's what it is being public. I know that I'm not the only person being copied or whatever, but it's just, I notice these things and they are so annoying. But that's also how I hope other people who are knowledgeable and observant of the people that they're following, that they're just like, wait a minute, why are you also being interviewed by these people? You know what I mean? And just like, hopefully can make the connection like, oh, they're just doing it because, you know, Miss Mara already did it, and that's another way to get exposure, etc. End rant. Steven says, or did Omega mean what instead of that? Oh, probably. What do I think results in people having certain fetishes? Their upbringing, genetics, like, it's hard to say. What they were surrounded with, what drives them sexually, like, all of the above. Corey says hello. Hello. Phantom says genetics and environmental factors drive fetishes. Yeah. Like for me, I don't know what it was. Maybe it's because my dad used to, wow, that's Freudian. My dad used to ride motorcycles when I was younger, and like, helmets are my thing. Like, I really think they're really attractive because it has the anonymity of it, like mysterious but also kind of badass thing. And so like, that's what I'm into. I do like knowing who's underneath it though, not just having a helmet on for the sake of having it on as an aesthetic only. I do like to know what's going on underneath, but it's a vibe. Corey's asking if I'm wearing any boots. No, I am barefoot. Walking around barefoot. Phantom says, for example, foot fetish is due to crosswire in the brain where the part that controls the feet is next to the part that controls sexual arousal. That might be true, but I think it's also the fact that there's pheromones there. So like, it with humans, if you smell that and it's very agreeable to you, and you really mesh well with somebody's pheromones because they come out from right under the toes, that's a turn on. The fact that it goes into really pleasing shoes you know, like nice footwear, that's a turn on. The shape of the foot is a really awesome engineering, like visually appealing engineering of like the human body. Just every joint and crevice and arch and stuff like that is very appealing. And then smells, the senses, like touching it, tickling somebody, smelling it. Those are all things that are turn-ons for different people. So I'm sure, yes, in conjunction with lighting up the brain in certain ways as well. Phantom says it's pheromones that get me going. Yeah, see? Omega says, when I see feet, I'm brain dead. Yeah, that's how my session was yesterday too. It was great. I think, I mean, it's also the fact that some feet are attached to people, and the certain person makes it arousing for them too. So it's like, there's a bunch of things. Let's see. Phantom says, like, I am the 90% dom, but the last 10% becomes sub when it comes to the smell of feet, unless I willingly resist. Yeah. I mean, and that's the thing too, you don't have to be dom or sub, really, for fetishes either. Some people just, like, are into something, and that's what they're into. They're not into being dominated or submitting to it, but some people are. So, vice versa. It's so fascinating. I love it. I think the more that, you know, the longer I play, the more I feel like I appreciate the subtleties that and differences that everybody has, and similarities too. Phantom says sometimes it feels good to let go of control and then take control. I mean, a lot of people are switches, and that's a real dynamic. I don't care what some people say if they're against it, but it is what it is. Like, you don't always have the same dynamics with everybody. Omega says, the first time I saw a man instantaneously turn into a woman awoken something in me. Have you seen Ranma One Half? I feel like that would be a thing that you would like to watch. I haven't seen it yet, but it's the main character actually can turn back and forth from man to woman, I think. Gender swapping. Jacob is asking, please, can we see your perfect feet, Miss Mara? Yes, send a super chat or super sticker, or join my memberships, and I would be happy to. Or you can also gift a membership to other people. And you could do that by clicking the $sign underneath the chat box. So, yeah. Anywho's, this is really good conversation, I think, today. Do we have any other topics or questions or concerns that we have? before I start wrapping up for the day? Phantom says, I was about to say I appreciate this nice, wholesome combo. Yeah, I do too. Oh, that's something that I did how do you call it? A week ago or so, where I met someone off of the app that I'm currently an ambassador of, and it was really cool because I didn't know much about them and I needed to get to a gig, and so we had lunch first. They treated me to lunch and we just talked about like life things, and they're poly and slightly kinky, and it was just like really nice to get to know them. And then we just like went deep really fast and like talked about philosophy and what to expect. And I asked if he has children, if his kids knew that he was poly, and he said yes, and they're at an age where they can understand what that means. And I was like, that's so awesome. And yeah, it's been wholesome this past month, actually, for me too. So Jacob is asking, how much do I need to send, Miss Mara? Minimum of $5, but the more you send, the longer I'll have them on the screen for everyone. Steven says, in addition to being spanked, I also like having my hair pulled at the same time. Not really a question, but just a statement, lol. So actually in like Thailand or something, I believe they do a therapy where they like, it's like a massage, but it's not really. They like put their hands through the root of your hair, and they pull and then like wiggle it, and then they do that all throughout your head, and it's to like relieve stress and get like blood circulation going. It's not enough to rip out your hair, it's just like enough to like grab and wiggle a little bit. And like I had someone do that to me one time because I was curious about it, and it felt really, really nice. Same with like ear pulling, like not hard and fast, but just like massaging it away from your face and your head is also gets the blood circulation there, and it feels really nice after a while. It also makes it really warm. It's just really interesting stuff that I found out from like massage therapists / like tantric people, which I was like, oh, I would like to have those people on my channel actually. So if you guys know anybody, I would love to interview them on that. Phantom says, that's the kind of conversation I like. No small talk, just keep going deep and talking about life. Me too. Like, I hate it when, well, I don't hate it, but it's a pet peeve of mine when people start to like try to be like, how's the weather in your area? I'm like, it's fine, it's hot. You know. But if we start talking about like childhood or just things that mean something, I don't know, we're humans, so giving meaning to our lives is like something we do, and that's what I like to talk about, is stuff that means something, because life's too short. Also, for this past year actually, because I have a carbonated soda stream, which I showed in one of my earlier streams this year, I've just been drinking carbonated water with like lemons and limes, and it's just such a big game changer at home. Really refreshing. Highly recommend if you don't have one at home, or ask for it as a holiday present coming up. I feel like everybody should have one. I also feel like I'm in a spa. I could use that with my shower fizzies. Full circle. Phantom says, on the subject of massages, have you ever done any shiatsu massages on anyone. I've never done any massages on anyone. I've had a shiatsu massage one time. It's so light for me. It didn't really feel like much. It just felt like smooth, like touches. I'm more of a deep tissue massage person. Like, I'm not a masochist and I don't like pain, but I know that if it is painful, that whatever it is that they're doing on me is working. And so, and I also have a lot of knots that happen. So I have a massage gun that really works. I used to have my pup do it every week for me, but it's been a while since I've done one. I think I'm going to request that it be done again soon, just because I could use it during my recovery phase. Omega says Cloud from Final Fantasy is the ultimate femboy. Definitely. I should do like a capturing Cloud cosplay thing. I'm sure there's one out there already, but it's really easy for me to do Tifa with my long hair. So Phantom says, exactly, life's too short. That's why we live. Well, that's why my eyesight is terrible. That's why I've been planning these trips and the Philippines trip, because I want to experience the most I can. I would want to have one done because I'm 6'2". I'm a 6'2" Scotsman who spends most of his time at the gym or at a desk. A back crack or a massage is the best thing. Yeah, so my pup is 6'3", and it's great because he can see things that not a lot of people can see normally, but he usually is the one that cracks people's backs, but no one's like tall or strong enough to crack his, except for one friend that he doesn't normally see because they're off doing vagabond things, but that friend is like 6'7" or over 7 feet, so he's the only one that can do it. Phantom is asking pup. Yeah, so my pup is the person who's in my streams that I'm doing yoga with or torturing. Let's see if I can find it. It's usually, okay, I usually have, this one. I know it's not the season, but you know, whatever. You can watch that after this live stream concludes. A lot of people actually liked watching him suffer, but they also cheered for him at the same time, which was really nice. The camaraderie, virtually. Ryan asked, how's chastity class going? So I did my first chastity class last month? In August, I believe. When did I do it? Yeah. Wait. Chastity. Oh, I did it in July. But I'm planning on doing it again next month because it's going to be Locktober. So follow my community tab here on YouTube as well as my social media. And I'll be in my newsletter also on my website. I'll be posting when I'm hosting. It rhymed. That. Ugh, I really hate that you have to put HTTP. So annoying. There you go. Phantom says, oh right, that was the vid that actually introduced me to you. Nice. Yeah, I kind of want to do another video or another thing with him soon. I just need to recover first and then figure out if I want to do another yoga one or if I want to do one. So we did a like a game version. I was like holding poses and he was blindfolded and trying to copy those poses. That one went really well actually, and so I was thinking about doing that one again too. Wearing a different outfit, of course. He'll probably wear the same thing to keep his anonymity, but yeah. Well, if that is all, guys, thanks so much for watching and being here with me today. I hope all of you have a fantastic rest of your weekend, and you know, stay safe out there, don't trip and fall. And I'll catch you all again soon. I have a sponsored video that I have to be putting out next, so look out for that. Cheers, guys.